Welcome back, dear children. Today we resume the lesson about cells, fundamental unit of life. This is your fifth video for the lesson. Now we have already covered these topics. Make sure you do them before moving ahead with this video. The topics we'll try to cover in this session are division of labor, cytoplasm, cell organelles, structure, function and diagrams, and the cell organelles that we'll cover are endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus and plastids. I'm showing you two cells here. First one is a plant cell and the second an animal cell. You can see there are many parts of different shapes shown in different colors. You know, we call cells as structural and functional units of life. Do you recall why? Because cell is capable of performing all processes that a living organism can perform. And just as in your body, there are different organs to perform different functions. For example, heart to pump the blood, brain to think and control, and digestive organs to digest the food. Same way, a cell has different organelles to perform different functions. This is known as division of labor. Now, what is division of labor? Distribution of work among different cell organelles and development of special characters that help them perform that function. We begin with cytoplasm. It is not a cell organelle. It is the region inside the cell. When you try to see an onion peel cell after staining it with saffronin, this area appears lightest. This is because it is mostly fluid. But this area is very important because it contains all the cell organelles. Each of these cell organelles are compartments enclosed by membrane. You must remember that these membranes are made of lipids and proteins and they are very important for life. They allow exchange of material. Remember we did about transport across cell membranes? You can understand the importance when you realize that viruses lack these cell membranes and therefore are not considered living till the time they enter their host cell. Cytoplasm also contains various enzymes, food and waste material. It is the site of many important cellular processes. A very important step of respiration known as glycolysis occurs here. To be able to ensure that all processes are performed in coordination, cytoplasm is in a continuous state of movement known as streaming or cytoplasmic streaming. Now we start with the first cell organelle. Before we start, remember that these cell organelles are present only in eukaryotic cells. So the first one is endoplasmic reticulum or ER. It is a network of membranes and it is connected with nuclear membrane on one side and the Golgi complex on the other side. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, both with different functions, but both have one common function, that is to provide for transport of materials within the cell. Now the two types of ER are rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Can you guess why they are named so? Yes, because of their appearances. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is rough because it has many ribosomes embedded on its surface, Now the work of ribosomes is to make proteins. So the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is protein synthesis. Smooth ER does not has ribosomes. So what does it do? It makes lipids. It also removes toxins in the liver. Now here you can see the ribosomes embedded on the surface of rough ER, and these ribosomes are making proteins that are being transported in a specific direction and released to the next cell organelle. Now the next cell organelle is Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. It has three types of structures. The vesicles, which appear like small round structures, the tubules or flat bag-like structures, and the cisterns, which are a group of stacked bag-like structures. These are the vesicles, the tubules, and the cisterns. Now, what is the function of Golgi apparatus? You know that lipids and proteins are made in endoplasmic reticulum, and endoplasmic reticulum is connected to Golgi apparatus. You can see the smooth ER and the rough ER. On the inner side is the nucleus, and on the outer side is the Golgi apparatus. So, the proteins and lipids that are synthesized in ER are transported to Golgi apparatus, and Golgi apparatus is the packaging unit. Proteins made in rough ER and the lipids made in smooth ER are packaged for secretion in Golgi apparatus. From here, they can be sent to wherever they are needed. Now we come to one of the most important cell organelles, the mitochondria or the powerhouse of cell. Now what does a powerhouse in your city does? Supply electricity or power. Mitochondria makes energy for the cell. It burns the food and converts it into energy. It has two membranes. The outer membrane is smooth and the inner membrane is folded into finger-like projections. These finger-like projections are known as crista. Now there is one very special thing about mitochondria making it even more powerful. It has its own DNA. You can see these red thread-like structures. These are the DNA of mitochondria. Now what does that mean? It can make itself. Like a cell, it can divide to form new mitochondria and it can make its own proteins too. What else mitochondria does? Of course, it makes energy. This energy is made in form of small packets known as ATP. Can you find out what ATP stands for? Now, mitochondria burns food. Who in the cell makes food? The plastids. But you remember that food synthesis can be done only by plants. Rest of the organism get food from these green plants. So plastids are present only in plant cells. The ones that make food are chloroplast or the green plastids. They are named so because they have chlorophyll. They are also known as the kitchen of the cell. But plant also has other colors, the pink of carrot, the yellow of mango. Now these colors are due to chromoplast. And then there are leucoplast, the white plastids. What do they do? Like mitochondria, plastids also have their own DNA. So they are also formed by division of old plastids. A new plastid is a primitive type, not yet decided what it wants to become. This baby plastid is known as proplastid. It can become green or chloroplast, any other color, or chromoplast, or it can remain white. White plastids or leucoplasts store food. So they are found in fruits and also in stem, as in potato, or in root, as in carrot or radish. Now you have studied three types of nutrients: carbohydrates, fats and protein. So leucoplasts are of three types. Amyloplast store carbohydrates, elioplast store fats, and proteinoplast store proteins. Now a quick recap. Here we studied division of labor, cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, both smooth and rough, mitochondria, Golgi complex and plastids. Now let's see how much you recall. Pause and note down the questions. Close the video, put on your thinking caps and start writing. Write as much as you recall. You can go back and check once you have attempted all the questions. Good luck. Bye-bye.